Shalom, shalom. Welcome to part 2 of the Walker Bag crochet along. So part 2 is actually going to be 9 rows, the same as the same as part 1. Stitches are going to be slightly different order, but the stitches are pretty much the same as well. Rows 10 through 11 are going to be working half double crochets. Rows 12 through 13 are going to be double crochets, and then rows 14 through 16 are going to repeat rows 7 through 9, which is double crochet, skip, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Repeat, turn around in the same row in the skip 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and then you're gonna close those two that were crocheted into row 13. You're going to close rows 14 and 15 with row 16, which is going to be a single crochet, linking the 2 rows together. And then we're going to finish up with rows 17 and 18, which are double crochets all the way across. And yeah, that'll do it for part 2. All right, so we are starting down here we finished at row 9 on the last video. So we're going to start down here working rows 10 and 11, which you're going to start with a standing half double crochet and then work half double crochets across the row. So that's for both of those. And once again, this is a standing half double crochet. Tug your yarn up just a smidge, yarn over, spin your work, and you're going to work a half double crochet right in that first loop right there, which is the same loop. Ugh. It's wanting to split on me. There we go. It's okay. You can work slow. It's fine. So to do another half double crochet, yarn over into the loop, or actually into both loops. Come on, man. Yarn over and through all 3, and we're going to work this all the way across for row 10 and then repeat for row 11, and I'll meet you back here at the end of row 11. All right, so I just finished row 11 and I'm getting ready to do rows 12 and 13, which are both chain up 2, work double crochets across the row and turn. So I'm going to have 2 rows of double crochet. And I'm going to chain up 2, turn, work a double crochet in that first hole or space right there. Hang on, I would count here. It happens, y'all. And my mama loves counts, so she don't care. It's hard to do this through the screen. And my movements are making the camera freak out on what it's going to focus on. Oops. I will be right back when I'm ready to start, when I'm finishing up with row 13 and starting row 14. Okay, so rows 14 through 16 are going to repeat rows 7 through 9. Row 7 is chain up 2, technically chain up 3, skip 1, double crochet, repeat, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet across. And so we're going to do row 7 first, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Well, once again, what this looks like is chain up 2 plus 1, which is the chain 1, and we're going to skip 1, which is this one right here, and we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to double crochet there. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. I got my cone gun on the other side of my table. Then it tipped over. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, and we're going to repeat this across. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Meet you at the end. Okay, row 15 is repeating row 18. And so what we're going to do is chain 1 and turn. Now, the reason we chained to 1 is because we can't crochet right here. So that is going to be that placeholder for that one. Then we're going to do a, that it would be our chain space, and we're going to do a double crochet right here. Hang on, I had a problem getting this earlier on my other one. Now I've got the right piece. I've got the right thread. All right, so, sorry, my camera is shifting on me. And we're going to do a double crochet in the skipped space of the previous row, which is actually the same one. Then we're going to chain 1 because it's really hard to see here. We need a space for this one. That is our skip 1 right here. And we're going to double crochet in the next. I can't do my, I had to look over the camera, sorry. Okay, so there's our double. And we're going to chain 1. Okay, as you can see, chain 1, skip 1. That's where our double crochet is from the previous row. And we're going to double crochet in this chain, skip 1 space from the last row. And if you have a hard time seeing which, I'm having a hard time because the camera's between me and the work. But if you have a hard time finding the top of them, turn it and look down on it. And you'll see the top 2 stitches that you will be crocheting into. So we have a double crochet, chain 1, and this is our skip 1 because we don't need to crochet in that one. We have a double crochet from our last round, and we're going to double crochet in the skip 1 space from the last round. I hope that makes sense. You're still doing the same thing as we did in the last row. Double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. We're just working it opposite, and instead of the skip 1 space right here, we're still skipping a space, but the space we're skipping already has a double crochet in it. So we're going to chain 1 and we're going to work in the space that we skipped last time. I hope I explained that well enough Friday for the row 8 that we did last Friday. All right, so I'm going to continue and meet you at the other side. Okay, so this one, the previous row ended with a double crochet, so we're going to have a chain 1 space right there at the end, and then we're going to slip stitch. I think I forgot that part on the first part. So this row is going to be a series of single crochets. So we're going to pull up our yarn just a little bit. We're not going to yarn over because it's not a half double crochet, but I am going to put the yarn behind my hook. So I just spun that around, and the first single crochet is going to go right here, right there, and we're going to yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And so now we're going to start alternating. So we're going to start in the back. No, we're not. Yeah, we're going to start in the front. And we're going to go single crochet to the back. And what we're doing is we're crocheting in between the 2 double crochets here, and then in between these 2, and then in between these 2, and then so basically it's alternating, but it's still catching both of those in this row. So we're going to continue alternating single crochet in row 14 and 15, or 14 and 15, until we get to the end of the row, and continue to the end of the row, and I will meet you back here at the end of the row. Okay, so we have just completed rows 14 through 16, and the last 2 that we're doing right now is going to be rows 17 through 18, which are going to be double crochets. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 2. By the way, look how cute that stitch is. I mean, look how cute that is. I love the texture that you can get in crochet. Okay, back to what we're doing. Okay, we're going to chain up 2. And these are just going to be, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to double crochet in the top of every single one of these stitches. And you might want to go ahead and go back and count your stitches just to make sure you still have 144. If you don't, you got an extra stitch in there, or you've lost a stitch somewhere, because there should be 144 stitches in every single row. All right, so I will meet you at the end of row 18. These are going to be 1 row of double crochets and then 1 more row of double crochets. So technically 2 rows of double crochets, and we're going to end the part 2. Okay, so there we have it, rows 1 through 18. And this is what it looks like so far. And look how straight this edging is.
Hi, babies. Hi, babies.
There will be a link below to the printout, which will be released as each part comes, as I release each video for the parts. And then when it's completed, I will have the pattern in a PDF format available on Etsy to buy as a PDF format if you want to do that. You can always view it and print it off for free on the website. So that's up to you. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for trying my pattern. I really appreciate it. Love to hear what you think about it below. Yahweh bless you and keep you and give you shalom. Until next time, God bless.